thought it was interesting, and I think you helped me realize that there are like automatic thoughts that came to my head that was stopping me from doing certain things in life, like you licking my feet. And I had to actually think about the questions, like why do I think that's inappropriate? Where did I learn that from? Are there any negative outcomes? So that was pretty thought-provoking for me.
Yeah.
I think you work great with what you got in the moment, and that's very important when approaching a stranger, to not be weird about it, but just say, like, the other person cannot read your mind. So just be assertive and say in a very polite manner, of course, what you would like, and then the rest is left to the universe. If that person is open or not, that's not your problem. That's the other person.
10.
It was at a 10? Really? And so where are you at right now?
Oh, like a 3.
At a 3? Wow.
Really good.
Wow.
Really good.
So me smelling and lick your feet decreased your anxiety.
Yes.
Boom. Boom, I should get a Nobel Peace Prize for
Yes,
that.
you should.
Yeah, for real.
Okay,
All
I
right.
gotta give you something. I love it.
You loved it?
I don't regret it. Like, I'm glad you came to me to do the interview. It's a really good thing. Keep going.
Okay.
Don't stop. And if you have anxiety, come get your feet licked and kissed.
Ready? All right. So how did we get to this moment?
I was studying and you came up to me.
And what did I come up to you for?
To have an interview about feet and mental illnesses.
Right. Well, not mental illness, mental health.
Mental health.
We want to focus on being healthy and well. We don't want to focus on being ill.
Alright.
All right, so.
Sorry.
No worries, no worries. What comes to your mind when you think about those two subjects?
Mental health.
Yeah. And feet.
I think of growth. I think of a void as well.
A void? A void? What do you mean by void?
Well, mental health, right? And I don't know, like your mind is just this very big and vast place, and if you kind of stay in the depths too long, I guess you could be taken into the void. But at the same time, if you look on the positive side of things, I guess, then you can grow, right? You can learn to not, I guess, drown in those depths.
Okay. So then when you think of feet, what comes to mind?
What comes to mind? I think of my neighbor shoving her feet in my face when I was a child.
Really? That's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Yep, that is.
So what has that done for you? That
I hate
experience?
feet.
That's what I was thinking. Oh, no.
I hate feet now.
So when that happened, you hated feet. Why when that experience happened, you now hate feet?
Because I don't want people's feet to be shoved in my face.
Okay.
I don't know, feet touch the ground. They're
Right.
gross. And
How old were you when this happened?
I moved in there when I was 4. Probably happened up until I was like 11.
Oh, okay.
So a minute.
Oh, it happened. It was recurring?
Yeah, it was recurring. It was an often thing.
Really?
Yeah.
So it was he or she?
It was a she.
It was a she. She just got a kick out of putting your foot in your face?
We'd just be playing with worms, and next thing you know, there's a big toe in my face. So that's always cool.
Wow. Okay. How do you feel about your own feet?
I don't really think much of them. They're just feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you like maintain them? Do you like the pedicures?
I'm ticklish, so no.
No.
How
often do you wear like open toe shoes?
Not very often if I don't have to, but that's also because I don't trust my motor skills in my feet, and so closed-toe shoes keep it all intact.
Gotcha. Okay. So now, do you see? Okay, how would you connect the mental health subject to the feet subject, based upon everything you just explained?
Feet is an instrument for walking and moving and going, and if you pay attention, I guess, if I'm going to guess, I don't know, if you just keep going and moving, then your mental health is going to be better because you're going to keep going and moving.
All right.
Moving
So let me
on.
give you my interpretation of how the two connect together.
Okay.
All right. So do you have a therapist?
I used to.
You used to? Okay. Did your therapist ever teach you dialectical behavioral therapy?
It doesn't ring a bell.
Okay. So DBT for short. So let's say someone is suffering from anxiety, like the fear of approaching strangers or fear of meeting people. With DBT, it's all about emotion regulation. So they will advise you to go out and actually meet people. Push yourself out of your comfort zone. It's like exposure therapy almost. And then when you start to feel those anxious feelings, those uncomfortable feelings, you do a self-assessment and you ask yourself, okay, in this situation, my fears, my anxieties, is it justified by the facts of the situation? Like, is there a threat to my safety? Is there a threat to my health? Is there a threat to my well-being? If not, then you apply what they call opposite action.
Opposite action.
Yeah, and you just act opposite to what those emotions want you to do. So those emotions that want you to withdraw, you engage instead. And then you apply mindfulness. Mindfulness is all about living in the present moment, non-judgmentally. You don't think about bad experiences that happened in the past, like maybe a time when you were rejected, because that's what leads to depression. And you don't think about bad experiences that may happen in the future, like this person's going to reject me, because that's what leads to anxiety. So instead you focus on the present moment and you think of a positive outcome that's going to happen in that present moment. And this is how you get the most out of life, and this is how you'll be able to have a happier life rather than dwelling on, like you said, that void of
things you can't control.
Things that you can't control, you know. So when my therapist taught me that, you know, and I studied it and I came up with an idea as it relates to feet. Unlike you, who has a repulsion to feet, I've always had an attraction to women's feet. Okay? So I was thinking, you know what? There are a lot of guys out there that are attracted to women's feet, but they may have issues expressing that, you know, because of stigmas maybe associated with it. So with DBT, you're supposed to keep like a diary of your encounters and your experiences. So I said, I'm gonna do a YouTube channel that's gonna document my experiences through video, and I'm gonna interview women to see, what's your ideas, or what do you think about feet, and what do you think about guys that like women's feet? So guys can basically, what's the term called? They could cope ahead of time by seeing different behaviors and seeing different perceptions and seeing different perspectives from women of how they view guys that like women's feet. Okay? What do you think about that?
No, I think it's a good experiment or like way of life. No, it's solid. It's a solid plan.
All right, so what do you think about guys that are attracted to women's feet?
I don't really have an opinion. You're not harming me or anybody mentally or physically. I don't really give a fuck what you're doing.
Yeah. So a guy, how would you think about a guy who would want to give you like a foot massage? Take you to a nail salon, get your feet pampered?
That would be really nice, but again, I'm ticklish, and I've definitely, let's say, almost have kicked the lady that was giving me a pedicure.
You're that ticklish?
Yeah, so I would probably like maybe just like an at-home one, if anything.
Gotcha.
But
Gotcha. How do you feel about your feet? What do you like about your feet aesthetically?
What do I like about my feet?
Yeah, aesthetically.
Keeps me afloat.
Okay. What about aesthetically? Like some women have high arches, some women have flat feet, some women have like dainty, long feet, skinny feet. Some have that hourglass figure in their feet that I like. Some women have Egyptian toes. Where the big toe is longer than the rest of the toes. And it curves down like the cell phone bar.
Oh, I see.
And then some women have or some people in general have Greek toes, where the second toe is the longest toe out of all the toes. Yeah, that's Greek toes.
Egyptian toes
And Egyptian
Greek
toes. Then you have the beggar's toe.
Wow.
The beggar's toe. Yeah. The beggar's toe is like where all the it's like a square, so all the toes are almost like the same length.
Oh, I see. Beggar's toe.
Beggar's toe. And then there's some other variations down there, but those are like the 2-3 main ones that I know of.
Okay.
So what do you have?
I would say I have a birthmark on my left foot. I used to hate it as a kid, and I don't know, I've just kind of grown to be like, can't do anything about it, so why not love it?
Okay. Can we see your feet? Can I see your feet and like see what I like about them? No? Why not?
Because that's just like, it's on spot. Like, there's nothing to
I know,
hide,
it's on
but
the
it
spot.
is. I know it's on spot and everything you said, and I'm not taking it into action.
See, I do this in order to see also if the woman can also apply DBT in the moment.
Yeah.
Live in the present moment and just enjoy the experience.
I can
You know?
enjoy the moment from afar.
What do you mean?
Like, not physically really put myself into it, I guess, into the situation.
Okay, but would it be better for you to actually put yourself into the situation?
Oh, yeah.
You say would or wouldn't?
It would.
So why not do it? So why do it? Why not do it? So do it.
I put myself into the situation by saying yes to your interview, right?
Yeah. But doing this would take it to another level. Are you enjoying the experience right now?
I am.
Is it a pleasant experience?
Not
So
too shabby.
I think it'll be a more pleasant experience for us to see your feet and be able to be able to appreciate your feet and tell you what I like about your feet, so you can be more grateful about your feet and maybe have a better viewpoint of feet rather than the negative viewpoint you have of feet because of what your cousin used to do to you in the past.
Nope, I think I'm gonna stick it to the first baby step and leave it at that.
Okay. What about just with your socks on?
With my socks on?
Yeah.
Sure, why not? I guess that can't hurt.
That's another baby step.
That's another baby step.
Let's wrap it up.
Alright.
What did you think of this experience?
Pretty snazzy. Yep.
Pretty snazzy? Was it a pleasant experience?
Yep.
Okay. Is there anything about the experience that could have been better? Do you have any critiques, any suggestions, recommendations? No? Okay. Thank you very much. Any parting words?
Listen to the birdies and smile more, I guess.
Okay. All right, we'll take that then. All right, well, take care. Thank you very much.
Thank you, you as well.
Bye-bye. And that is it.